blurry. Hello. I think it's because of this. Hi, everybody.
You weren't blurry a second ago. That's weird. Yeah.
I know. Hey, everybody. It's me, Aggie, and
Shelly. Hi.
the Aggie and Shelly show. We are back.
Hi, Michelle.
And here's Michelle with us. Yeah, this morning I went live on my Agnes Friedlander page, and it was all the girls from Cali. It's like all the girls that are in the membership that are from California happened to be on at the same time. It was the weirdest thing. I'm like, what is going on? Hey, Liz.
They had the time. Seems, aren't they?
Higgy
boy. He's crazy. So while we were gone, he became very much a daddy's boy. And so he's having a hard time now deciding if he wants to be down here with me or if he wants to go help Dad make soup.
Oh, Dad, no more golfing for Dad.
No more golfing.
Season is over, right?
Dark out. It's like dark.
Yeah, it's really dark. Kelly in the house.
That's weird. Isn't California like behind us, or wasn't it like super early there?
Hi, Angel Halo.
Hi, Linda.
Planned. That's
Sylvia.
So
yes, we're back. We made it.
We're back.
We survived all the laughs and fun times, late nights.
So we're going to do Christmas skates today. And you can grab this tracer set. For a change, it's actually got, did I put the updated painting on the cover of it? I think I did, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, it actually has the finished painting on the cover of the PDF set. So you can go grab it and you could do red skates like I did if you want to, or not. Somebody informed me that not all skates are red, or that skates are usually white. Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you very much. I think I knew that. But hey, skates can be any color. We can use our artistic license, right?
Are skates usually white? I guess I don't know. Maybe ladies' skates are usually white.
I guess I don't know either. I still look like I have a halo.
I love it. Hi, Liz. Liz, we can see your name, actually.
Liz, what color are skates? Everybody chime in. What color are ice skates usually?
We should have a poll.
When you picture it in your mind, what do you picture? White ice skates? Probably. I bet you picture white ice skates.
I was planning, if I can show with Higgins fighting with me, I was planning on doing kind of a white, pastel-y, cool-y color. Of course, in watercolors, it's difficult to do white, but I'll get the white effect with the shadows, the grayish shadows.
Liz says clueless. Sylvia says gray. Linda says white. Yeah. You don't have to do red like me. You know what? I've got a little roundup here. Oh, well, yeah, I'll do it this way. I just thought I would like quickly show some of the pieces we've done. So this is an owl. We did. Here's like Pooh Bear. I shouldn't call him Pooh Bear because that's probably a copyright thing. But here's our wintry bear.
He turned out so cute.
Here's our little chipmunk.
I have my little chipmunk right here.
Oh, he's so cute. Here's our little fox. This one played while we were in Florida. And his tail really turned out pretty cool. It really went pretty quick. I love painting on the wood.
I gotta try that. I want to try.
I showed you the owl, and then just a couple of, I sold all my pumpkin cards. Here's one odd one that I made, which I just love. I kept this one on purpose. And a couple of deer cards.
I love those little deer. Yeah, he's cute.
Another one. And deer with resin on them. So, I mean, kind of like, wow, look at all this, what we've done. It's pretty cool, right?
We've been busy, busy, busy.
Yeah. I think I do want to add some stuff to this guy. You know, some glass and resin.
Yeah, he's pretty. I love the sky on him.
Do you have to do anything to the wood when painting watercolors? You really don't. I've done it both ways, but if you wanted to have more tooth, I did show a product. Golden makes a product. It's a watercolor ground. You can just Google it, that you can paint on there. Easy peasy.
Did you use the ground on that one?
I think I did. Yeah. It just gives it a little bit of tooth, you know, a little bit of, because I can feel it, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to show you those real quick. I'm going to move these out of the way because I am going to resin. Shelly's going to paint, and I think I'm going to resin. So.
Wow. We hope Shelly's going to paint. I'm going to try not to sniffle and paint.
Oh. So yeah, I'm going to try to, you know, get the painting done, you know, before we do it. I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of a conundrum because, you know, we're painting live together and we're, you know, giving you the tracer set.
No.
Oh, I thought you were holding it up the whole time. I was like, what is what's going on? You're turning your camera down.
Yeah, I was trying to move my my cord, but then of course the camera doesn't like to stay put when you do that.
So yeah, I don't know if I should try to have the painting so that it's on the PDF for the download. I don't know. Then I'm not painting live with you. So, and I don't want to paint it twice every week.
No.
So
I think we can do it either way. They're kind of, you know, they're just cheap little tracers. We offer them free for the first little bit. I think as we go forward, we're going to offer them for even a shorter amount of time because the tracers are a lot of work. So we'd like to have you join us for the Tuesday night lives, or at least pop in and get that tracer while it's available, and then it goes to the store, and it's just $10. So it's not very much.
Yeah.
It
is quite a bit of work. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say I did just a little scribbly swatch of some colors that I'm thinking about using, kind of some cool greens, some pinks for the candy cane instead of the bright red. It's really scribbly, but I was just kind of quickly making a plan. So it's a nice thing to do. Just get some colors down, see how they look, make sort of a plan. So I'm going to jump in because an hour goes by fast.
It really does, doesn't it? It's crazy how fast it goes. Okay, so I've got my camera pointing down. Let me go to the screen so we're a little wider. I don't know. Maybe we don't need to do that. You've got a vertical pad of paper. Oh, don't blur. Stop the blur.
It's so frustrating when it does that. I've been working. Hi, Sheila. I'm working at the laser all day. My fingers are messy.
Hey, Sheila, how are you? Yeah, so this tracer set has, let's see the different sizes on it. It's got an 8x10. And then it's got 2 5x7s. It's facing each way.
Ah.
And then I think it's got, yeah, and then it's got a slightly smaller one for if you're doing a card, like the 4.5x6 that we've been doing. Oops. What happened to your camera?
I'm still fighting with cords.
So yeah, and this, I did mine on a 5x7. And as you can see, I painted it in watercolor. I also used a little bit of a paint pen on it here and there, and added some glass and some mirrored glass. And I'm ready to resin it. I only need 1 ounce. I've got my resin sitting here. I thought it might be nice to show that for a change.
Yeah, you already poured your resin?
Yeah, I've got it just, I don't have it mixed. I've got my 1/2 ounce of each.
Awesome.
And so yeah, of course I didn't tape this. Once again, I didn't tape. I did use acrylic paint on the outside, on the whole background, like a pearl, because I love the way that looks with under the resin. And have you ever tried the hot press paper, Shelley?
I have not. I've only done the cold.
Yeah, I bought a pad today. It's coming. I want to try that out. I think the colors will be a little more saturated. The pigment sits on top instead of going into the texture.
Huh. Yeah.
And yeah, I want to try that for some Christmassy loose designs. That's what I was thinking. I think that would be fun.
I should try it. I've never done watercolors as much as I've done them lately. So I've always just done cold press. I hope everyone who's watching went to the website and got the tracers.
Yeah, because we're thinking more than likely, I forgot when we decided we're going to start doing it, Shelley. I know I keep forgetting.
Soon. We're going to start doing it soon.
Only allowing you to grab the tracers for free during the live, right?
Yeah. Well, we want people to come, to hang out with us for the live.
Yeah.
It's a great little perk to get the tracers, so they'll only be available for just that short period of time that we're live. This one will be available longer, but coming soon.
So we're kind of giving you fair warning now, right? Next week, are we doing the angel? I'm pretty sure. I think I never did put a schedule up, like letting everybody know. But I do try to create a stream and it posts it on YouTube,
Yeah.
Let you know what's coming up. I can look on my calendar in a second.
I saw the schedules, but I didn't write it down. Because, we just kind of fly by the seat of our pants a little bit. Well, we were so getting ready for the trip. We were so busy getting ready for the trip. And then since getting home from the trip, so busy trying to catch up.
I still have not unpacked my suitcase.
I unpacked my suitcase, but I didn't put all the clothes away. My husband put a cute little card in my suitcase. I showed it to him tonight and he said, "Did you not wear pajamas on your trip?"
Oh, they were by your pajamas?
They were folded up in I packed some pajama pants, but it was always too warm. So I always wore my, the shorts and the little short sleeve top instead of the long pant pajamas. So he FaceTimed us one night while we were laughing outside, so I think he knows we were we were having a really good time. So he thought he would joke with me about whether or not I wore pajamas while we were gone. I said, "Yes, I slept in Aggie's room. I wore pajamas."
Too funny.
Silly guy.
Well, yeah, I wasn't thinking about that either. I mean, you know, you get so used to the weather up here, and
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know. I didn't, you know, think about summer pajamas, you know?
I didn't think about it until I was packing, and then I still went ahead and packed both kinds just because I wasn't sure. That first morning, it was cool enough outside by the pool that it would have been nice to have the warmer pajamas, but
Michelle's asking what color you're using.
oh, so to start with, I just wanted kind of a bluish gray. So that is Payne's Gray mixed with cerulean blue, just a little bit of blue. Just wanted to kind of, hopefully they'll look a little bit white as I go forward and add more colors. Liz, you should have seen the cute little note he put in my pajamas. He signed it himself and he put a little paw print on it for Higgins. I thought it was so cute. He was probably wondering the whole trip why I didn't comment about the cute note he left me. Didn't see it. Probably good that I didn't see it. It made me cry. He's like, "Well, why did you cry?" I said, "Because it was so sweet. So adorable."
Yeah,
So
he sounds like he's real romantic. I'm a romantic guy.
He's a sweetheart. I don't know how I got so lucky.
Well, you deserve it. Well, my resin is thicker than usual. What's the temperature in here? Oh, it's 70 degrees in here, so that's not too bad.
I actually took my resin upstairs and sat it by the fireplace this morning before.
Oh, yeah?
Worked pretty well.
Cool.
I didn't, I was careful not to get it right in front of, I didn't want it to get hot. I just wanted it to not be as cool as it is downstairs.
Yeah. You're saying while you mixed it?
No, but like I knew I was going to pour resin.
Yeah.
Thanks, Liz. I knew I was going to resin the Snow King, so I just took it up while I got the laser started, just to give it a little, it's just cooler downstairs in the where I keep the resin. So
yeah. Do you know, do you have a thing to tell you the temperature in your basement?
I don't. I should.
Yeah, I feel better having this little thing to know. It's kind of helpful. I had never had one before.
Yeah, I have one of those little oil heaters. It's like a space heater, only it doesn't have the coils. It's just the warm oil. I don't know. They say they're a little safer.
Yeah.
So I put that in here when it's real cold outside.
Oh, I have a ton of little bubbles in this.
The nice thing about resining the Snow King today was that I didn't care about the bubbles. It was like, hi, Teresa. He's an icy Snow King. The bubbles are fine.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't really matter, would it?
Yeah, I did use the heat gun on his face. I didn't, there's not a lot of glass on his face, so. But I used some snowflake glitter, so I wanted to make sure. Hi, Teresa. I miss you too. When is the Snow King class? The Snow King class is actually all done. It's loaded in its own Facebook group, and I just resined him today, so I don't know. I might do a little Christmas morning reveal on him.
And the smoking class is with the
right.
ballerina.
Yeah. That's a really fun class to do.
Sorry, what do we call it again? The Nutcracker.
So we called it the ballerina. What did we call her? Ballerina and the Snow King Nutcracker. What?
I think the first word is Nutcracker somehow.
Yeah.
I tell you, you go on vacation and it all goes out the window.
Yeah, you forget completely. What's our name? What day is it? I turned on the laser and I was like,
sorry.
I turned on the laser today. I was like, I hope I remember how to do this. Seemed like it had been forever since I'd worked on the laser.
Oh, Teresa ordered the wood for the Nutcracker. The Snow King Nutcracker.
Did you order, Teresa, before we left? Now I have to look. Oh, you ordered just now. Yay. That's weird. I didn't see the, oh yeah. I didn't hear the cha-ching come in.
Me either.
Perfect. Well, yay. I finished all of the orders that I had before your order just came in. I had everything caught up, so I'll be able to get him cut tomorrow and send him to Florida. And wish I was going with him.
So yeah, in case you didn't know about what we do, we do a lot of paintings, we design cool stuff, in Procreate and for paintings and for doing glass and resin art. And a lot of times we add glass and resin to the project. So that's why I thought it might be nice to show one of these watercolors with glass and resin on it.
They really turn out so pretty with glass and resin.
Everything's better with, what's that commercial with Blue Bonnet on it? And everything's better with glass and resin on it. You remember that commercial?
I do.
Was that it? Blue Bonnet?
I think so. I think it was Blue Bonnet. Let's see.
I mean, look how easy. I also had a comment from somebody on my YouTube channel saying that they thought that you should always wear a respirator. And I just don't think that's true, and I don't mean to be controversial or anything, but with art resin, you really don't have to unless you've got a pre-existing condition or something, right? I mean, it's And she was saying you really shouldn't say that it's safe, but it is safe. If I didn't think it was safe, you know, I would wear a respirator, right? I mean, my goodness. But, you know, I guess we all have different opinions.
Well, I definitely think everybody should do what they feel safe doing, but I think that the other thing that we have to remember with the resin is that generally we're not doing resin. I mean, I might resin for an hour once or twice a week. You know, I'm not around the resin
That's a good point.
24/7
Me either.
every day. So if
And
you're
you know, I mean, it's a resin designed by artists for artists. We use art resin or else we use KS resin. And both of those are, you know, have, you know, low, you know, no VOCs and all that other stuff. It depends on the type of resin you exactly. And there's so many different kinds.
that's why in the membership we only talk about the KS resin and art resin. If we have some friends that use some different things, but we don't ever offer advice on those things because we just don't use it. We just don't know anything about those. So, but you know, if it makes you feel safer to use a respirator, then
Yeah, by all means.
for
There's
sure, go
nothing
ahead.
wrong
Yeah.
with that. But
Yeah.
I don't, you know, I just don't agree on saying that all resins are not safe and that all resins require a respirator because they don't. That's all.
Yeah.
So, you know, no biggie. You know, you always have to have a context. Well, you know, what are we actually talking about? You know, right?
Yeah. Well, there definitely are some really heavy duty, stinky resins out there. So,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's why we just stick to those two. Those are the ones we know. Those are the ones we recommend. And you know, if our friends use other things, then you know, we tell them to go to that manufacturer website to see what they say about it. I think that the alcohol that I use to clean up the resin causes me more trouble than the resin itself.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
have to be much more careful with that.
even Sharpie markers have VOCs in them, you know?
Yeah.
I might have enough resin to do this little dove over here. So who else has a show they're getting ready for? Is everybody busy making stuff for events? Shows and things like that? Christmas stuff?
Not me. I'd like to do a show someday, but
It's hard to get this one to show. I mean, I have a lot of stuff. I just thought I'd make some new, you know, some new ornaments.
I love how those piece dove ornaments turned out. Those are so pretty.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know, they don't take too terribly long. Of course, they're not the quickest thing either, but I don't know, hand painted ornaments. Nice, right?
And the piece doves are so popular this year anyway, so
Well, I hope so. I don't know what, you know, what's trending this year. We were talking about that. I just don't know. Well, okay, nutcrackers. Nutcrackers are trending. Which is why we did a nutcracker class.
And he turned out so cool. You were working on a big ballerina. I don't know that I ever saw her.
I didn't finish her. I want to finish her this week. That's another thing I want to do.
I want to finish my Santa too.
Well, after Thursday, you know, I don't have any more lessons, so in the membership, so I'll be free to do that stuff.
Oh, Linda said she's seen a lot of gingerbread stuff. Yeah.
Really? I was wondering about that. I was wondering about gingerbread.
One of our members taught us a small in-person class, and she taught a fun gingerbread class. I think after I paint my skates, I'm going to have to clean my palette. I'm getting too many weird little mixtures that it's hard to keep track. The woodland theme.
Woodland theme and animals and mushrooms. Yeah. Well, then we are on trend.
They're just copying us. That's the thing. It's funny.
We are just so happening.
I think poor Higgins is tired today. That the people were here to clean up the leaves in the gardens, and he spent the whole day barking his head off.
It's a tough job.
Yes, he was on the job.
Say a rough job. Ha, get it? Rough. Really rough.
Yeah. I let him out on the deck, and they were up in the upper gardens, and they jumped a little bit when he came out on the deck. He was locked into the, on the deck, so he couldn't go anywhere, but he's got a big bark, and definitely a little bit scary if you don't expect him to be there.
I forgot where I was, and this guy was walking down the street and he saw me and Charlie, and he crossed the street, mumbled, "That's a big dog." I mean, come on, Charlie's not scary looking.
He's fluffy and wonderful.
But some people, have things with dogs. I get it.
You can definitely tell when you have them out who's afraid of dogs really quickly.
Yeah, true.
Did you end up putting a star on the dove?
I didn't,
Oh.
but maybe I will.
There's a little star up there. What is is it a glitter?
Yeah, that's just painted on, and I
Oh,
did have
okay.
a little piece of glass on it, but I wound up moving it when I was smearing the resin on, so hopefully I can put it back in place.
Is Liz still here? Liz, I think you said you were doing resin today. What were you resining? We were busy laughing in the.
And she said she was pouring resin, yeah.
Yeah. She said she kept hearing the
phone dinging.
we were having fun. We have a.
You mean you were actually working, Liz, while we were just
while we were having fun
around?
we have a messenger group for just the retreat that we just got back from, and some of the ladies were joking around and having fun in there.
Recalling our silliness.
That's funny.
It's like I didn't realize how much I needed like a little break like that, you know?
That was so fun.
Gonna go on more vacations.
I just didn't like how it was hard to leave at the time that I left because people were still there and hard to say goodbye because it was so early in the morning.
Yeah.
I felt bad because I really didn't get to help clean up or do any of that part.
It went really quick, actually.
I think that we had done a pretty good job the night before. Liz said she was working and missed the fun. She was doing trees and trees. Does that mean a lot of trees? Trees and trees and trees and trees.
Forests. A literal forest. Okay, I don't know. This resin looks very messy on this piece dove. But at least I'm testing it out. Oh, we have 11 people here. Yay. Say hello, y'all.
Sheila, do you mean the retreat? The retreat was open to all members. We'd only had room for 18 at Janet Sam's art studio. So it was limited a little bit by that. But yeah, it was the first art retreat. Hi, Lori. It was our very first art retreat. So it was really, we were kind of trying some things out, and it was kind of a test run. So
okay, the resin's not sticking everywhere on here, so I'm definitely gonna have to do a second coat. These might be a big pain.
I bet that on your wood round that there's a little bit of sap. Is it a raw edge piece?
Yeah. Well, what do you mean? Oh, what do you mean?
Does it have a bark on the outside ring of it?
It does. Yes.
Yeah. So that bark will have more of a sappy area on it, and that might be what's causing you. Is it just right on? I can see a little bit on the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that whole part right there that's missing. Right here.
Interesting. Huh.
Well, I'm glad I'm finding this out now.
Yeah. I wonder if they're all kind of, maybe it would be good just to seal over it.
Yeah, I did. This is the only one. Actually, this is the only one I did not varnish beforehand. Then I varnished them, the raw wood. So hopefully that'll help. So yeah. I painted some, not those, and found out I had to spray seal before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the wood grain and the it's so dry. So dry. All right. Oh, that's looking good, Shelley. And now the fun color comes in. Yay! Did you see that people are, like if you Google painted skates, people are painting on their ice skates. Can
Oh,
the
like
dove,
design.
oh, sorry, can the dove be painted on the acrylic flat ornaments? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. What's the best sealer? For wood, really any acrylic, polyacrylic is good. I tend to need a brush on because I don't like the smell of the spray, and in the winter I don't like doing it in my garage. But if you're spraying on, Shelley, you recommend the 2x or 2 times spray by
Yeah.
who's that by again? Rust-Oleum, right?
Rust-Oleum. Uh-huh.
You know, acrylic spray. Hey, Connie.
I like the polyacrylic too. It comes in
Yeah, spray or brush on.
yeah, you can use it either way.
Hmm. So the nice thing about putting your stuff on a tray is you can move it away.
Hi, Connie.
Move it out of the way. Oh.
How you doing, Higgins?
And we're starting to see more barns from that fabulous workshop that we had. Here's my barn.
Oh my goodness, it's so pretty.
And I just get so excited when I see another person posting a barn. I'm like, oh my goodness, look at that. It looks so awesome.
Definitely. There are
You
so
know,
many of them out there.
it's just so, oh my goodness, so exciting.
I have like
Now, how long are you going to be cutting these? I'm going to take my gloves off.
I have 3 more that are shipping out.
So
they're
people are
boxed
still
up.
buying. Yeah, people are
Yeah.
still buying. I mean, it's okay, you know.
Of course. Yeah.
We don't mind, right? I mean, are you open to keep cutting them like all year, or what are you going to do about that? Just
Yeah,
curious.
I can cut them all year. The only thing is that with the workshop, so people who are not in the membership and they're buying the workshop and the wood cutouts, that price is going to go up. We're offering like a crazy good deal on these right now, just an introductory. But for the people not in the membership, that workshop will be going up soon. Lynn is asking if it's best to seal before painting.
Wood?
Yeah, Lynn, generally if I only paint wood, whether I'm doing a flat substrate or like the Snow King Nutcracker that I've just done, I always spray a primer on those cutout pieces first. On the flat pieces that I paint, I usually paint a white base coat across everything just to kind of seal it. So I seal with paint generally first.
It is a good idea. The other thing too is that if it's a real porous surface, it's going to suck up a lot of your paint. And we use professional grade paints. That's what I recommend. As soon as you can swing over into purchasing, you know, a professional grade paint, it's going to make a huge difference in your work. Same thing with the watercolors. We recommend, you know, professional grade watercolors if you can swing it, if you can afford it. If you can only afford to get a couple of tubes, you know, get yourself, I would say, what would you say, Shelley? I'd say get the, you know, maybe get the quinacridone magenta, maybe get the Payne's gray is really convenient. You don't have to buy a tube of green, but get yourself, I mean, I'm talking about watercolors right now. get yourself a good yellow, a good red.
Yeah, we posted a really good kind of base watercolor.
Supply list, yeah.
Yeah. And we could always, if any of the members have any questions, or anyone on the YouTube channel, if you have any questions about how you could pare that down to a smaller palette, we can sure help you do that. These are the colors that I have in my palette, and it's pretty limited. It's not, I mean, but it could still be, you know, shaved down a little bit more. So
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that gosh, I'm kind of bouncing around all over the place. Forgot what I was talking about.
it's it's what we do.
So yeah. Oh, I know what it was. If you do have something really porous like wood that you're painting on, it is a good idea to seal it so that you're not sucking up a lot of your paint, your
Yeah.
expensive paints. You know, and watercolors are not cheap either. So I do like the idea of putting a sealer on the wood before I painted paint those with my watercolors on the wood. Just any, acrylic or whatever, or even the ground by gesso. By Golden. Let me see if I can find that jar of stuff.
Yes, Connie, you should do that barn. I actually would like to do the barn too. I've been so busy cutting the barns for everybody else that I haven't done one.
You don't have one? You didn't do one?
I didn't do one.
I didn't realize that.
Nope.
So this is what it is, absorbent ground.
I need to get some of that.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I need that.
And that's what you can put on a board. You can thin it with water. But yeah, it makes a nice absorbent, soft, flexible ground. So good stuff. And this is this week's lesson. Do we pay for the barn tutorial? Technically, because you are a member, Connie, you're not paying for the barn tutorial. We are selling it on the website.
Yeah.
With the workshop, but basically you would be purchasing the cutout set.
Yeah. So on the website there is a link for what we're calling the journey box, which is the class and the wood cutouts. But there's also a link for just the wood cutouts. So you can just get the wood cutouts. And if you have any trouble finding the link for that, just send me a message and I'll help you.
Oh, I was going to go get the link for her now.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Perfect. Stephanie says she's been wanting to do a hedgehog. It would be cute in a Christmas setting.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes, that would be so cute.
I know. I'm kind of still up in the air about what we're doing in December. The 2 lessons we're doing in December. So I think you're doing a Baby It's Cold Outside, right?
Or Let It Snow.
Or Let It Snow. So it's a word sign thing, right?
Yeah. Well, we'll see what it turns out to be. Not that I'm on the spot or anything.
I'm sorry.
No,
I guess I am putting you on the spot. We're just kind of thinking out loud here.
Yeah. So, I have sketched out just a really loose sketch, a snowman holding a lantern and a cardinal in one hand. So he's kind of has a lantern in one hand and the cardinal in the other. And then with some kind of glistening pine-ish trees in the background, and then Let It Snow across the sky area. So
wow.
That's what I'm thinking. Cool. Something along those lines.
So it's a snowman.
Yeah, but it's kind of you know, he's kind of off to the side, a little bit smaller.
Okay.
You know, I don't know. I'll probably say, "Hey, Aggie, what should I do with this?"
Okay, I am looking for just the cutouts only on here.
So I think, let me see.
I'm sorry. It's under the journey box, right?
Nope. So it's under.
Oh, it's Red Barn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you just go into the
red
cutout.
Yeah, it's the Red Barn link. Okay, I got it,
Yeah.
I think. I forgot about that. Sorry.
I couldn't remember. I had thought at one point about putting just like the refill into the journey box area, if that makes sense. And I guess I didn't do that.
Okay, so Connie, that's the link that I just posted. And there's 2 different sizes, right?
Yeah.
So there's an 8x10 for $35.75, and the 16x20 is $46, and that includes the shipping.
Right.
So yay!
Lots of those puppies have gone out.
Any other links anybody needs?
Well, Aggie's just sitting here watching me paint.
I have done a hedgehog once. Yeah, that would be cute. We were watching a YouTube video of a woman with an anteater.
Oh.
They have these little worm-like tongues, and it was
Yeah.
licking her, and oh, I'm like, oh, what if it goes in her ear? And you know, it was just kind of like, it's a little scary. But they've got major claws.
Yeah, they do.
They can fight was it a jaguar or a panther or some kind of big cat? They don't always win, but they've got some major big claws. I never knew that.
So Aggie,
They dig down.
did you paint these leaves right here like a poinsettia?
What do you mean by like a poinsettia?
Like red or pink, as if they're the poinsettia flower
Oh,
petals.
no, those foreground leaves I painted a yellow green.
Yeah.
And the other ones are holly. But, you know, I guess they do look like poinsettia leaves, don't they?
That's what I thought. Thanks, Connie.
That's actually a good idea.
I might do that. I might do them, but my bow is already pink too, so.
I think I bet you I had an Amazon delivery, and that's why Charlie was barking.
I thought I was all caught up with orders. Now I'm going to be.
Now you've got 2 orders.
Now I've got a Snow King and a Red Barn to cut. That's okay. The laser was feeling like I abandoned it, so.
Okay, so next week. Oh, next week is the week of Thanksgiving, and I've got these. We're doing these I have this turkey. So it's a turkey place card, and
I am not ready for Thanksgiving.
I know, this is my little practice one. And you cut it out and fold it, and it'll be a standing little card, and you could put the person's name.
I love it.
So turkey place cards and a turkey coloring page.
We did something like that in the Procreate class, except we did it with the pumpkin.
it was like a standing card.
Yeah. So if anyone from the membership, be sure you go over and check out, I think it was the very last video in the Hello Pumpkin class that we did that.
And we have lots more cute things coming up in here. Let me open up my folder. Okay, so we've got November 21st. We're doing the Wintry Turkey. And that has the, like I said, the little place cards and a coloring page. And then November 28th, we've got a Christmas angel. And then in December, we've got Christmas stockings on December 5th. And there's all kinds of different Christmas stockings. December 12th, we have a Sleepy Santa. December 19th, we've got a Wintry Chickadee. And December 26th, we've got a log cabin and a snow globe. So
Fun.
Lots of cute things. So yeah. And we got to figure out what we're going to do next year. If we should start a new theme or something in January. So tell us your suggestions, you guys. What do you think we should do?
I thought we would talk about that a little bit on the retreat, but we were so busy retreating that we
didn't do any planning.
We didn't
do any work.
We didn't talk very much business. We were busy watching the alligator swim by and having coffee by the pool.
Yeah, that was fun. And I still want to play with this thing. I still want to do this. I got this at the Hobby Lobby. I want to color it with alcohol ink and then add glass to it. So
those suns that you did before were really pretty. Those are going to be the suns that you did.
Oh, yeah, with the metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you like how alcohol ink looks on metal? It's pretty, isn't it?
I do. Cha-ching.
That's probably Connie's order.
Maybe.
Thank you, Connie.
Oh, yeah, Connie wants to see that. Oh, my goodness. There's a mosquito biting me in my basement. Can you believe it?
You want to see my skates? Yeah, they're not all dead yet, are they?
Okay. Like, it made like a targeted line to my wrist. I was like, what in the world is that?
I think I got bit the other day too. On my ankle.
I came home with a couple of bites from Florida.
I should have made room on the desk first. And you can see how the resin has pulled away over here.
What will you have to do? Do you think that you'll have to seal it and then resin again, or just?
Oh, I think I'll just pour more resin over it. I'll do a second coat. I don't think the other ones are going to give me that much trouble though, because I've already varnished the other ones. This is the only one I didn't varnish. So that's what it looks like, Connie.
It's super cute.
And if you want to know what I used and you're not a member, you'll have to join the membership.
Join us.
I came back supercharged for business and felt we had good discussions about Etsy and resin techniques. Yeah, I really felt supercharged about that too.
That is true. We did actually work a little bit. We talked quite a bit about Etsy. Even on the last night, we kind of talked quite a bit about Etsy. Thanks, Liz, for reminding me that we actually did do a little bit of work. We didn't just goof off the whole time. So I think I'm about done. I'm going to go back in and put some actual silver on the skates. I'm going to do a little bit of Payne's gray down in the little lace areas here. Teresa, I don't know what size this substrate is. This is actually a little booklet that I've been making, adding paintings to them. I'm going to give them to my grandchildren someday. Let me see. So I actually cheated. I put it in Photoshop this morning and reduced it down. I didn't even look at Aggie's to see what sizes she offered, but this one it's about a 5x7. So Aggie, did you say that one of the tracers you made was kind of that size?
Yeah, there's an 8x10. There's two 5x7s. This is a 5x7 that I use, Teresa. And there's also a 4.5x6 in the packet.
We did. We kind of multitasked sometimes. Sometimes we just flat goofed off, but leave it to Liz to.
And kind of, yeah, it is a good idea to varnish the wood rounds first or seal them with something so that you've got a barrier for the resin and the paint. So yeah, I should have done that on this one.
Anyway, I am going to put some actual silver paint on the skate blades. And then the only thing I have left that I kind of want to do is just come back in and put a few more stripes of kind of a pink kind of beside, just to give it a little variation, a little bit of interest beside these stripes.
You know, the other thing that's fun to play around with is these jelly roll pens. You probably have some of these, Shelley, but this is like a white jelly roll pen.
I mean, used to have some.
It's kind of glittery, yeah.
I don't think any of mine are still good anymore.
And then the other thing, but this would look really sweet on there. I think maybe here, especially on the peppermint sticks. That looks really good what you're doing now with the pink. And remember, I also use the embossing powder with the Tim Holtz. What is that stuff called?
The Versamark?
Yeah, with the marker and the embossing.
Yeah.
Here, this stuff. Forgot what I did it on. But this is a fun thing to add to your watercolors. So it's the Distress embossing pen to wet the area first. Let's say she wanted to emboss that ribbon, that bow on her skate. She could wet it with this first and then pour this powder on it and then hit it with the heat gun. And it looks fabulous. Oh, I know what I did it on my cards, which I only have one card left. Let me go grab it.
So now that I have kind of the base set in, I'll go in and add a little bit more dimension in the leaves, but I want to give that a chance to dry first. The same with the bow. I'll add a little bit more, some darker colors and some dimension, but it's important to let that dry first.
Yeah, so I've got this in a wrapper, but if I hold it just right, maybe you can see the shiny embossing gold on there. No, it's not really showing, but I basically drew a bunch of outlines in, you know, with the Distress pen, poured the powder on there and then pour it off, you know. I just basically put it on a folded piece of paper and then put it back into the container, you know. And then I used a heat tool to emboss it. So it's like slightly raised and very, very shiny. It's just hard to show it since it's in this cellophane. But those are really fun ways to kind of embellish your watercolor in a simpler way. So that's it. We did it. With sniffles and Aggie with a headache. We did it.
Still have the sniffles. I got home Friday. I think Saturday I slept for 6 hours during the day.
I'm not surprised.
Sunday I slept for another 3 hours. My husband said he was kind of bored just watching me sleep the whole time.
Yeah, like, you okay when you getting? I mean, my husband.
He was like, "Do I need to call an ambulance or something? Are you going to be fine?"
Then I
never sleep like that. I don't sleep like that, but
I was late picking him up from work yesterday, and he's like, "Are you able to drive? Are you okay? Are you awake?"
I'm fine.
I was basically watching TV, and I got so engrossed in this one part, you know. I'm like, I gotta go.
I had a cold. Liz kept me up until like 2 a.m. Aggie woke me up at like 4 a.m. Kidding. Aggie started sleeping later and later as the trip went on because we were keeping her up too late. So she was like making up for it in the morning. The morning I was getting ready to leave, it was like 10 minutes until the car was going to be there. And I was like,
we got to do an alligator for Deb.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Christmas. Actually, that would be hilarious to do.
It'd be super cute. We've got a lot of Florida people who would probably really like it.
I think you're right.
I don't think Deb would, but others.
All right, my friends. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Grab the tracer. Be sure you go grab the tracer. I'll probably leave it up until next Tuesday this time, but don't wait, because once it comes down, we're kind of once it comes down, it's down, and it's just available for you to purchase. So don't miss it. Be sure you grab it.
Oh, see, here we go. Yes, an alligator.
See, Teresa, Florida girl.
Deb's not here. All right, friends. Have a wonderful evening. We will see you next week for Tuesday Night Live when we're going to be doing turkeys. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Bye.
Good night.